Hi, Crafty Stamper. So this is going to be the tutorial of how to put the card together that you get the free stamp set. So let me show you this. So this is the one I have for the kit. This is the individual one I have on my site. So when you get this for the kit with all the cards for Mother's Day, you're just going to get these pieces. If you want to, you can add an embossed colored paint behind it. You do get Enjoy the Little Things, so you can add that to it. So in this stamp set, you'll get several flowers, some bugs, some butterflies, a dragonfly, a couple of wordings. So it's a really fun set to play with. So let me show you how to do this card. First of all, when you get your stamp set, this is a really good stamp set, but you have to know how to condition your stamps when you want to use them. So what I first would do is take the stamp off and rub it with a cloth or your hand. What they have is these stamps have oils on them, and that's what causes the beading up a little bit. Then what I would do is I would take the stamp and decide on the three designs that you want for this, or for whatever you're going to do. Then I would take the designs and I would just go ahead and stamp them over and over and over until that oil comes off, and you condition it. So this stamp set actually works really well. I didn't have to condition mine very much. Okay, so what we're going to start with, after you've conditioned all your stamps and everything, you kind of know what you want to do. The first thing when you get your kit, you're going to get an envelope. You're going to get your base piece, and you can always add a top piece if you want to, or something. You're going to get your three squares that are perforated. You're going to get your framing that they're perforated on the ends. So this is how I did mine. So it depends on how you want to do your card. I set it up so it fits on here. And before you start stamping, you want to fit it, because when you stamp your pictures, they're going to overlap, and you want to see how they overlap. Like this one, I don't really like this one that much, but this one I do. See how it overlaps like this? I kind of like that one. So it just depends on what you want to do. So then set these down of how they're going to overlap, and see if that's what you like. Because you're going to share corners with the stamp sets to look at them. Okay, so I've decided that's how I kind of want mine, because you want to make sure that it fits on, and you can always do it higher up, so you can do a sentiment down here like I did on this one. So the best thing to do is take some glue, and we're going to glue the back of those colored pieces, because we're going to find out what we're doing. So, and the thing I like to do is I like to line it up on my board, because when I did this before, it wasn't lined up very well. And when I put it on the paper, it looked kind of crooked. So if you have any kind of grid paper, that really helps. Okay, so when you have this down like this, and you know that it fits on your paper, then go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So you can have it in, close, whatever. And that's why it's good to kind of put it down on the paper first to see how you want it. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out a design. So what I did with mine is I put the butterfly in the middle. So after you conditioned your stamp, and you can actually, if you want to get creative, you can actually do these with embossing powder, different colors. You can do it in gold. You know, you can be really... So I'm going to put this like this, and I'm going to put the butterfly off to this edge a little bit on this corner of this last one. Leave it there for a little while so the impression goes really good. That stamps pretty good. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my butterflies, or excuse me, my flowers down in the corner. And don't worry, you can stamp it off if you want to. Just stamp it how you like it. And if you want to take a piece of paper that's the same size as this and cut it out first and try it out and see what you like first before you actually do your permanent one, that's a good idea too. Just take some white paper and cut it out to the same square size as that. Next thing I want to do is do a flower. And of course, this stamp set is yours, so you can do this over and over and over and over. Okay. So then I'm going to try to do this flower. Okay. And so the flower, I want the flower to show a little bit in this square, like this one. And I'll show you how I did that one. And how you can use blocking technique if you want to. So I think the frame is going to hit about right there. So I'm going to use a blocking technique. And that means I'm going to block out some of my stamp so it doesn't go into the butterfly. See? Like that. And so when you put the framing on, it doesn't show into the butterfly. Okay, so the next step you want to do is go ahead and lay this on your paper. You can glue it, you can tape it, anything you want to do. And then position it where you want it so you can put your wording if you need to. Okay, then all you do is just take some glue on these frames and what I did with mine is, and that's why when you're laying out your pattern, you can figure out what you want to do. I just overlapped one over the other like this and glued it over the top like that. But you can do the two bottom ones and then the top one, or you can do whatever design looks good. And see, with this technique, then inside these boxes, you have this, and it makes kind of a little bit nicer look to it. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.